Polytunnel because after a few days of lovely sunshine, inevitably it's raining in the southeast today. It's not torrential, it's a fine rain, so it does mean I've still got to water later. So like everyone up and down the country, we're experiencing the rather odd weather, which has just delayed so much, but at least we are getting some sunshine now. We actually had our very first tomato from the home garden this week. It was tiny, it was one of the tumbling toms, but delicious. So I'm a bit late putting my video out this week. Usual reasons is that you know, life, work, we had a family birthday and things, you know, just overtake. I had wondered whether to skip a week, but to be honest, despite the weather, things are changing so much day by day, let alone week by week, and my intention, certainly in my first full year of having this plot, was to chart progress and things. Who knows, next year it could all completely change. We could have a proper summer in July, but who knows. A polytunnel update. The strawberry plants haven't done particularly well. I mean, they're sort of growing, but the harvest of strawberries has not been bountiful by any means. I like the idea of doing it in the hanging baskets, but yeah, maybe they aren't new plants, and I think perhaps they need to establish, and maybe next year. I know strawberry plants don't last more than is it 2-3 years, but yeah, maybe they'll surprise me next year. The tomatoes, when I set these up, just one of them I used string and the rest I've used canes, and I must admit I much prefer the stringing method. It's so much easier. The canes tend to be a little bit wiggly in these pots, leaning forwards. So as per usual, when I've grown tomatoes, I lose track of main stem side shoots. It all becomes a little bit of a tomato jungle. I have removed some of the lower branches there just to give them a little bit more space, but yeah, beginning to get a tiny little crop. Yeah, I mean, again, they're coming. Like everybody, it is definitely running a bit late. The sweet potato, not doing very much. It's still got its little IV bag. That has been cleaned pretty much every week, but because of the occasional day of sunshine, it does tend to go a bit yucky. Now, here is an issue. My aubergines and pepper plants definitely got lots and lots of yeah, creepy crawlies, aphids. It's given everything this bit of a white shower everywhere, so advice on that would be great. This one seems to be doing well. I've put the canes in. I mean, it is rather crammed round here. Maybe they need a bit more space, but I am getting some sweet peppers. They are definitely growing. It did get to a ridiculous temperature in here on Friday. I think it got up to 57, which is shocking. That's with both doors wide open with my sort of mesh inner doors. Slightly upgraded my microphone. I'm now joining the crew that has the little fluffy covers. This was primarily because my parents, who watch my videos, they've got a sound bar on their television, and I noticed that there was so much sort of wind background noise. So hoping for those of you who've got super duper televisions with sound bars, that this may help. I really hope it does, but if it doesn't, it's rather cute. It reminds me of the little creatures from Harry Potter. This is the little bit of plot that I've got sort of diagonal to mine. I think I did an update on this in my last video, and yeah, the weeds have overtaken. This is the only bit I've sort of managed to maintain. Entirely my fault, of course, because I get so wrapped up in my own plot, but I am pleased to say that I'm getting a harvest from this. And look at these marrows. We've already eaten 3, and they keep coming. So I'm going to be harvesting another couple today, hopefully with some runner beans, because I think they go together so well. To give you an idea of sort of perspective of this little bit of plot to mine, there's mine diagonal. You can see the polytunnel and the little green shed. Also had our first harvest of runner beans, which were delicious. I've actually now planted out 3 raised beds of runner beans, and some only recently to get a later crop. I then watched Danny's grow up channel, and he was saying that one of the varieties that climbing beans that he grows is Blauhilde. I think that's how it's pronounced, Blauhild. And the beauty of those is that they grow a purple bean, so it makes it easy for picking. I have no idea if planting some of these is going to be too late, but I'm going to give it a go. With our seasons, who knows. So I'm going to put some of those. I would normally put them into root trainers, but I've left those at home, so I'm just going to put them into, I think these are these 9cm pots. I could plant them direct, because obviously the weather's warmed up, I guess, but I'll be honest, I haven't got a bed available for them at the moment, so I thought I'll start them in pots, then I'll have a think of where they can go. Yeah, the thought of having a glut of runner beans is wonderful. We've already started the glut of courgettes and marrow, but it's a happy problem to have, isn't it? It truly is. So a plot update. My corn, my sweet corn, is doing really well. I have got mixed varieties in here, so it's going to be very potluck what I get. But yeah, I'm beginning to see the tassels, and this one's getting particularly tall. The runner beans, this is the Scarlet Emperor. I'm really pleased with these. In contrast to over here, is the Enorma, which I'm getting beans but absolutely tons of black fly, whereas these Scarlet Emperor, I'm not seeing anything. No creepy crawlies on those, so keeping everything crossed. Because I like runner beans so much, I quickly planted some more with a little makeshift bamboo cane structure. I'm currently topping up the water butts here, so excuse the trickling water sound. These courgette plants, they keep coming, and these are the round ones. I will put the variety in the description below, because A, I can't remember, and B, I know I won't be able to pronounce it. Asparagus, holding on in there, giving it a water every time. As I mentioned, these enorma beans, so much black fly. I am pleased to say that I'm seeing little ladybirds. They must be working their little hearts out, but I do need an absolute army of them to eat all the black fly. Okay. Beetroot. Let's have a little forage in here, and this is the Cylindra variety, and they've been amazing, done so well. I've planted some more at home, and this end of the bed is random. It was a leftover tomato plant. There's some green beans here which are being ravaged by slugs and snails, but we did manage to get a few. Carrots, they come each time I come, we grab a few, and they're fine. And the Savoy cabbage under the netting there, that seems to be pretty protected. There is a rip in the netting. Oh, that reminds me, the foxes. Haven't seen much of the foxes recently, and I think it's because the site's getting quite busy, more people are coming up. So yeah, I'm woefully short on fox footage at the moment. They are about, I see glimpses, I see their tails in the distance, so they are about and fine. This is a sunflower casualty, which this morning I've come up and noticed, which is a shame. I've still got 2 in that end of the plot. Parsnips, we harvested, I say we, it's just me. I harvested the first of my parsnips, and they were the ones I transplanted. They were a bit of an odd shape, but they were fine. Cosmos, beautiful. And the potato buckets, these are main crop, and these are Sarpomera, and yeah, they're not looking 100%, are they? I did harvest one a couple of days ago and they were lovely, so I just think we might be getting those quite early. And again, this is some advice from Danny at Grow Up. Once I'd emptied the buckets, I used the compost to grow some carrots. So I've planted Charisma variety, and that's the 2 varieties I've got in my carrot bed over there, is Tucson and Charisma. And Charisma has far outgrown Tucson for me. Little Gem lettuce, that one, oh, that's unhappy. These ones a little bit better. And now to the pumpkins. Okay, so this has narrowed my path. This means I can't get the wheelbarrow through this bit, so something to bear in mind for my notes for next year. This one is a climber. This one isn't. But I am getting pumpkins. They are really quite amazing to chart and watch. So yes, my hope had been that they will all be on the inside so I can harvest them. Right, I'm back with you. Not that you will have realised that I've been away, but my gimbal lost charge. It doesn't last very long, the charge on my gimbal at all. But here I was just explaining that the idea with the pumpkin arch was that all the pumpkins would grow on the inside, and that isn't quite going to happen. I am definitely going to get some mini pumpkins on the outside, but never mind. And over on this bed, amongst the weeds, I've actually got some peas coming through, a whole line of them that the mice have not found, which is amazing. That's my 3rd or 4th attempt, I think, at growing peas, and the only ones that haven't been eaten, but let's hope I haven't spoken too soon. And this is a flower bed here. I had some begonias in there initially. I've added more. I've added some petunias, busy lizzies, all my leftover plants from home. So it's a real hodgepodge, but hopefully I'm going to have some colour. And the perennial bed is, yeah, still a bit of a real mishmash as well. The sweet peas have had a little bit of a second flush, and yeah, I'm going to pick a few of those to take home, but they are definitely dying back and obviously getting like the seed pods now, so I can collect those. We have got a ton of blackberries that runs all the way down here. My plot neighbour has asked me to pick some of these, and they're beautiful. They're really plump, they're ready to be picked, so I need to bring a container for them. Okay, now where are we? I've just harvested a couple of marrows and some runner beans, and in this little area next to the little green shed, the clematis, yeah, that's had its sort of season. It might come back, but I'm really happy with the calla lily, and this is the Captain Promise one. The colour is just beautiful. They really are lovely. Over in the corner here, it's a bit of a dumping area. I've got lavender plants, and they seem happy there. I would really love to do a nice little lavender hedge as you come into the plot. So have I covered everything? I think so. Oh, blueberries, still managing to eat one or two each time I come to the plot. That's really nice. Over here, these are the cornichons, and I have had a couple off of here which I have pickled. I'm not sure, I should get some more, but yeah, doesn't look the happiest of plants. Still one cabbage there. Oh yes, the tomatoes. This variety is Nagina, growing outside, and they look very much like a plum tomato. I don't care what shape variety, as long as I get some ripe tomatoes. I've still got some buckets of second earlies to harvest. I've just this week harvested some international kidney, which I'm hoping to have tonight. And yeah, I think that pretty much, I think I've covered my whole plot. A little bit more wood chip is going down. I've still got bald spots and areas I need to do. My issue with putting too much wood chip by the polytunnel is I really still haven't sorted the doors perfectly. They open and close, but not smoothly. So that's a horrible job. At some point I've got to pick up some membrane, have a little dig down, or maybe even try and lay some paint. I don't know. It's one of those jobs that I am most definitely putting off. And then saying to myself, well, maybe I can manage with the doors being a little bit juddery when I open and close them. But yes, really happy with how things are growing. You know, there's always been a little step backwards. Everyone you speak to talks about the slugs and the snails. They've just had the most amazing weather, haven't they? It's been perfect for them. So it's sort of to be expected. Oh, this is a new little addition. This is my watering can from home that has developed a leak. In fact, the whole base of it is rusted out. So I filled it with some gravel and some compost, and I've just stuck a few petunias in there. I thought rather than dispose of it, it sort of looks quite good next to the water butt. Well, I think so. And yeah, it's certainly my happy place right now. my escape from all things troublesome, work, etc. It's just so heavenly to come down here. And to finish up this week, a quick look at the home garden, jungle garden, because there's quite a lot here. Talking of the jungle, here's the big cat. Yeah, everything is growing profusely. The tomatoes are taking up an awful lot of room, but looking good. The agapanthus has come out lovely. Yes, oh, and much like the calla lilies that are at the allotment, I've got 3 pots here, and I believe there's also the Captain Promise here, Captain Prada, and one other that the name escapes me, but they are beautiful. I'm so pleased with them. The hanging baskets are very bright with the fuchsia pinks going on there. Hydrangeas. Yeah, it's, let's put it this way, the fuller it gets, the smaller it looks, and it was small to start with, but it is a cosy garden. And yeah, got a few little planters dotted about. My dahlias, which I grew from seed, as I expected, completely munched away. That one's slightly better, but yeah, that poor thing, not much left of that. There's a clematis has stopped flowering now, but there's lots of new growth. So yes, it's I'm pleased. Oh, this is one tomato that isn't happy. I think we can safely say that that's not going to recover, which is a shame. The variety was indigo rose, that was it. I think I've still got one out the front, but yes, the others, these are all the cherry, like tumbling one varieties, and then these are the Heinz and a few other more unusual varieties. So yes, and as you can see, he doesn't venture very far. As always, thank you so much for watching and leaving comments and advice, which I truly appreciate. So until next time, have a great week and make sure you take care now.